Well, hello, my beautiful Leo. Thank you so much for visiting my brand new channel. I welcome you so much. I am very grateful every time that you hit like and every time that you share and that you comment, and certainly when you subscribe. This is a general angel reading for Leo, and it's covering the first 2 weeks of June, so June 1st to the 15th of 2021. Because it's a general reading, please just take what resonates for you and leave the rest behind. Some of it will be for somebody else. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so which decks want to come forward and talk to Leo? These ones. Right away, this is awesome. Okay, and so we'll see what others want to come forward. And one more. Leo, your messages want to come really quickly. Sometimes it takes a while. So this reading is from your angels, your guardian angels. And so all of us have guardian angels. We were born with them. And they stay with us throughout our entire lives. They never leave us. They never have anything else to go do. They are only for us. Now, they do want to remind you, this is one of the first things they want to tell you today. They want to remind you that to receive their guidance completely and fully, you do need to ask them for help. So, because we are human beings and we have free will, the angels they're with us all the time and they're always trying to give us guidance, but they cannot actually intervene unless we ask for their guidance, unless we're asking for their help. And so, if it's a life-threatening situation and it's not your time to go, then certainly they can intervene then. But otherwise, all they can do is try to get your attention. So some of the ways that they will try to get your attention is through your senses. So, your visual sense. Maybe they'll leave signs on your path. So when you're walking along, maybe you'll see feathers or coins. Perhaps you'll see ladybugs or dragonflies or butterflies, things like that. Those are very common signs that they will leave for us. Sometimes they speak directly to you, and so they will talk right in your ear. Sometimes they will give you visuals, pictures that you can see either with your physical eyes or with your inner eye. Sometimes you get a feeling, on your skin. Maybe you get goosebumps, or you'll feel like you're receiving a warm hug. That is from your angels. And sometimes you just know the answer when you ask, and then you tune in to yourself, to what you're seeing and feeling and hearing and knowing. Sometimes just the answer pops in and you don't know where it came from. That is from your angels as well. Okay, so I'm seeing, it's a whole gamut here. Everything. So whatever it is that you're looking to do in the near future, something that you've maybe already started. Some of you have already started. Certainly you started thinking about this. Maybe it's a new job for some of you, or something that you're about to start. There's some part of it that you're not feeling totally secure about, that you know enough. So definitely study. This could be some kind of a formal, take a class, thing like that. Or it could be, YouTube videos. It could be asking somebody who you know has done this already. Either way, gain more knowledge, because that will only help. They're showing me that you can be successful without this, but it'll be a lot harder. Why not make it easy for yourself? And when you do that, there's a beautiful rainbow in this card. And so when you do make it easier for yourself, you make it so that your chances of success are much higher. And so they are again showing me that, okay, there is success anyway. but it'll be a lot easier and you'll have a lot more energy for the other things that need to be done if you learn what you're doing first from somebody who's done it already. Okay, and so you should be doing that pretty quick. This spring card, your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. Well, that's coming up really quick here. Depending where you are, it's probably already considered to be here, right? So, so get your button gear. Your angels want you to know that you're protected all the time. They're with you. They've got your back. Your creativity is right on point. Everything that you're doing is exactly how you're supposed to be. That's where you're supposed to be. Okay, I'll get my tongue back in my mouth now. Okay, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Things are on track. And but you do need to actually take the action now. It's time. All right, there we go. So at the beginning, before the cards were even coming out, and your angels wanted you to know about the different ways that they have to communicate with you. The seeing, hearing, feeling, and knowing. They're really wanting you to listen. So they're sending you all kinds of beautiful messages. And they're saying most of this is calming. So, take a nice deep breath and just tune in and notice what you hear when you ask your question. So they're wanting to communicate not only through your listening, but through all your senses as well. And so you need to take the time to actually receive those messages. It feels like you're in a little bit of a rushed energy. Gotta do this, gotta do that. There's so much to do. Come on, let's go and, let's do more. Let's accomplish more. Your angels want you to know that your time and your effort will be much more effective if you slow down a little bit. Don't come to a stop or anything like that, but slow down a little bit so that you can receive their messages, so that you know which is the best course of action to take next. And that way your time is just has the most efficient use that it possibly can have. And then there's, it's like adding several hours to each day. So that's a real bonus for you. They have a lot of wisdom to offer you. So while you're starting that new thing, there's something else that's coming to an end. It's time to walk away from that. So that situation is not very healthy for you. And so they're popping in, the angels are popping in to say that most of you know exactly what it is they're talking about. It's something that's been holding you back, something that you've known for quite a while is not in your best interest. It's something that feels really sluggish in the energy. And so for some of you at least, the reason you have still allowed it to continue is because you'd rather not hurt somebody else. And that's a wonderful thing, but it's time to bring that to an end, because allowing that to continue doesn't do any favors for that other person. So it's time to walk away. It's time to go your own direction. And you wish the other person well, or the other situation, whatever it may be, right? There's no hard feelings over that. It's just you're headed towards something bigger and better for you, and no harm, no foul, right? So it's time. And so as you do that you're going to realize how much that felt like every step you take, you're dragging this weight along with you. Like you had a harness on and you had to drag a log everywhere you went. and once that's gone, you'll be astounded at how much energy you have and how easy things are to accomplish without that drag, you know? So, so they're just showing me that some of you are going to feel really guilty about that. Please don't. Please just know that some things, they have run their course. It's time for them to be finished now. That's all. There's just, there's nothing else to be said about that. Yeah. Yeah, leaving that behind. Even though, that thing that you're leaving behind, it is not evil or bad or negative even in necessarily, not in and of itself. It's just that you've outgrown it. That's all. So, like I said, there's no bitterness or anything like that. So you can leave knowing that you hold good wishes for that person and or situation or whatever, and that's lovely. That's perfect. The what you're leaving behind may not feel quite ready, but even they on the inside, they're aware that this is the best way to go. They won't be acknowledging that just yet, but it's true and they know it. So it's all good. Okay. So many of you spend a lot of time with children. And so this is a wonderful thing. So that keeps you young as well. Not only that, you're helping with the kids and for the kids to, to learn appropriately. It's the other way around as well, what you're learning from the kids. So children are such unique little beings, and they still remember on a soul level what it was like before they came to be in this lifetime. And so they understand things in a way that we as adults have forgotten. And so the more you can learn from the kids, remember to actually listen to them. Remember to stop and get, down to the same height that they're at and have real conversations with them. Kids are not just mini people. They're not just in need of guidance. They are so wise. And the more we can remember that, and the more that we acknowledge how much we have to learn from them, the better our world will be, the more in balance our world will be. And so some of you do work with kids, some of you have your own kids, some of you have your own grandkids, some of you really have had very little contact with kids. But when you do, keep this in mind, that they have things to teach us as well. And just because they're young doesn't mean they have, less to know. Yeah. Yeah, they're so pure about it, and so joyful. And, even if that's the main thing that you take away from your time spent with children is to remember to look with fresh eyes at the world around you and to stop and really look at something, really observe something and let it bring you joy, right? Let yourself laugh often. Let yourself skip. Let yourself just have fun, because that's the most important part of life, right? Life is supposed to be fun. We're supposed to enjoy ourselves when we're having life. And, we forget that. We get all the responsibilities of adults and paying bills and maintaining households and things like that, that we forget that it's supposed to be fun. So even when you're doing a task that feels like a chore to you, slow down and notice what you're doing and enjoy what you're doing. Even if, let's say, for example, you're washing the dishes. The hot water feels good. on your hands. The soap is slippery, It's satisfying when the stuff comes off the dishes and they end up smooth and clean and shiny. Notice those things. And then to rinse the soap off and how that looks as it slides off. All those kinds of things. Everything. When you're taking the garbage out. I know that sounds funny, but definitely you can take time to enjoy what you're doing. Now, you're probably not going to take a big old whiff of the garbage and see what it smells like, right? But it's satisfying to empty the bin and put a brand new fresh bag in there, stuff like that, right? So just pay attention, and as much as is humanly possible, enjoy what you're doing and find satisfaction in it. And that will increase your quality of life in general. Yes. So I think we're back to this beginning where you have this project that you're going to learn a little bit more about. You're going to listen for your messages and things like that, because it's time to celebrate. Like, that's a wonderful thing, what's happening. And so for some of you, that is the same thing that you're celebrating. For others of you, it's a different thing. So, angels, show me, please, what it is that people are celebrating. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of, woohoo kind of thing. Exactly like the picture, actually. A lot of that. And some of it is, in the sunshine, so it's maybe to do with the weather. Some of it is personal, how you feel on the inside of you, what you've accomplished or what you've managed to change in your life, old belief systems that you've changed up, things like that. Let's see, what else? Some of you are, celebrating a baby. That's fabulous. Congratulations. Some of you are celebrating upcoming marriage. Again, congratulations. That's wonderful. Now, what else are they showing me? Just, in general, different life milestones. Everyone has something to celebrate. That's where they're going with this. That's awesome. So now I guess, paying attention again, even to the chores. What are you celebrating? Are you celebrating, the tiny little things that are happening all day, every day, plus the bigger things that happen sometimes, right? So what an amazing message that there is always something beautiful to be celebrating. There are times so they're showing me there are some people who, are grieving and who are feeling pretty down at the moment. Even in the midst of that, there are tiny things to celebrate. And they want you to be very mindful of those things. Life is good. Life is good. That's awesome. Okay, so we probably have time. Let's look at these cards, and we'll just pull one card from here for a final thought for your reading. So sorry, I've been forgetting to say that this is for Leo, and this is for June 1st to 15th of 2021. And so, well, there we go. This one. Oh, and again we have the child card. So the child card and caring for the children, but also acknowledging your own inner child. Is it time? You need to go play. And we're back again to that feeling of joy. It's pretty much the solid message throughout the whole reading. Take the joy where you can find it. Take the fun where you can find it. Go play. Take a bit of time off. Enjoy yourself. And if you have kids to do that with, then immediately around you, then so much the better. Don't treat them as your responsibility. Treat them as your playmates. Right? play with them. You know, the cleanup is going to get done later. It's okay. There's no need to stress over that. Um, it'll all happen exactly how it happens. But remember to take time with the kids or by yourself and just play and have some fun. Be lighthearted. Okay, yeah, that's a great message. Okay, so we'll wrap that up. I will ask you if you'll take another couple of minutes to join with me, and we will offer some love and some healing to the world at large. And we'll just want to send everybody some compassion and some healing, some health, and all our love and calmness. And like we're pouring beautiful, calming waters over the whole world and allowing everyone to be just washed clean. Amazing. I thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Mwah.